Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the GameReplays.org quarterfinals here for Season 3. We are in game number 2 between both Wahlin and Infused TT Esports. We did see a very decisive game number 1 where Infused basically with their overfed Swiftblade, I mean he had free farm for about 15, 17 minutes or so, and then he just came onto the scene. Didn't always win the team fights, but in the end it came down to him having a very impressive score with some great support from his teammates. So we are now into game number 2 between them, and I am of course joined yet again by the captain of Team Wake, Freddy. How you doing, Freddy?
Thank you very much. I mean, I'm doing really well. Last game was so intense, and now I'm really excited to see what Wahlin can do this game. We got some very good picks from Wahlin, and we saw some very interesting and not seen too often picks, such as Cronus and such of those. It's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do this game.
By interesting, I hope you mean awesome. But yeah, we do have the bans actually coming down, and what do we got here for the bans, sir?
We got the very standard bans, those Pharaoh, Dr. Repulsor, Thunderbringer, even though we saw some recent nerfs on Thunderbringer, his third skill being nerfed by with a bit of range from 1000 to 800 as I recall. And Bombardier has also been nerfed with his Boom Dust, which has also been nerfed with some downscaling of the damage from the early levels. So I'm not quite sure whether they are still ban-worthy in the same way as they were before, but definitely some heroes which can really turn the tide on a tri-lane. At least we see they are the tri-lane killers because of the massive global damage they can perform. And then we also see something like Sand Wraiths and Soul Theater Pebbles and Hellbringer. Bans I'm not sure if we saw last game. Did we see Soul Theater last game?
Pretty sure we didn't, but it's a little hard to go back and determine that right now. I'm pretty sure we did have a majority of the same kind of bans going down. I don't see any reactionary bans this round. I mean, we didn't see, for example, Swiftblade banned out or Kronos banned out. So, I mean, it does look like both teams not too surprised if they might go out against the same heroes. I mean, we do have Flint Beastwood now picked up for Wahlin right here off the bat. So, like, for example, he wasn't banned. So, I don't know. I guess neither team really had a big impact on each other the last round. And we do see, pretty standard bans.
We definitely do, and I'm quite sure when someone picks Flint Beastwood as a first pick, they must be having something up their sleeve.
Well, what did we use him for last time? I think it was the solo mid that then didn't become solo mid because of the double / roaming strat that we had Team Wahlin working on. So they might be trying to set up a Flint Beastwood tri-lane. I mean, with his range and his flare, it's not a bad tri-lane at all. Not a hero I like to see going mid, though.
He's definitely a hero in the middle, which is very, very easily ganked. That is, I mean, that's what's making him weak, because a Flint Beast would really need some farm, because he's very easy to pick off. He doesn't have a very good strength gain, so not a lot of HP on him, and definitely something and no escape mechanism apart from his slow from the flare. So definitely someone we'd like to see on a tri-lane. Look at that, Glacier's being picked off. That really looks like something. I mean, Flint Beastwood, Glacier's, Behemoth / Magnus, that's something we've seen very, very often before. Maybe we can see that again here.
We do have another Myrmidon here Magnus. on INFS. I'm pretty sure they had Myrmidon last game, didn't they?
They did. INFS is pretty happy with Myrmidon, it does seem like it at least. Look at that, I was right. Flint Beast with Glaciers and Magnus, definitely a tri-lane we can relate to if they are going for tri-lane, that is.
And like, what's the big combo strength there? The slow from Glacius with the stun to Magnus and the long range of Flint? Or just the double slow combo with the stun? Like, what's the big deal about that kind of combo?
Again, it's a bit like Myrmidon. It has a huge range because you can use the slow from Glacius to initiate with, and then follow up with the Magnus stun, and the slow from Flint Beastwood. I mean, it's very hard to really get out of that situation without dying, especially when you don't have something like Voodoo Jester.
Well, speaking of not Voodoo Jester, we do have Bubbles now with, I almost said a Mingo, with Madman. Mingo's playing Madman, at least right now he is. And right now, Madman, he's definitely a solo or middle kind of hero, but he's also very good in a tri-lane. Do you think they'll put him together with the Miradon and whoever else is coming down? Because, I mean, I'm looking at Bubbles, a very strong solo laner, as well as that Wretched Hag. So I'm not too sure which way each is going to go here.
Ooh, I gotta be honest with you, I really don't think they have a choice. I think they have to lane Madman with another hero like Myrmidon. But look at that, they're actually right-clicking Wild Soul. I'm not quite sure if they're being serious here.
We have had teams troll us before. But with the Wild Soul, that could be like a throwback to the age of jungling when that was popular. Although he's not clicked anymore.
Will you look at that? Not very decided what Captain Boner is gonna go for, and it does become the Plague Rider. With his curl shield and his devastating ultimates, he's definitely a hero we like to see. Especially when you're facing something like Flint Beastwood and Polywog Priest, which is he's really decreasing the damage of those guys.
Polywog Priest. The new skin of Polywog Priest. Oh, not the new skin of Polywog Priest. Or maybe the new skin, whatever. So yeah, we do have the teams now kind of solidified here. Defiler and Polywog, that jumps out to me, especially with a Flint Beastwood, level 3 of his range. I mean, that's a fairly push-heavy team.
It really is. I could really see there the tri-lane of Magnus, Flint Beastwood and Glacius going up top, and possibly trying to go against their tri-lane with Madman, Plague Rider and Myrmidon. Then they're gonna have Polywog in the middle and Defiler solo bottom. But we'll see what happens. That's just my predictions. I can really see that making sense at least.
How do I use the ICC command? Do you remember?
/IC, I think. Is it not working for you?
I think I used it too many times. You want to just go over a little bit here of what the kind of lanes they're setting up?
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard to judge right now because it seems like they're trying to roam a bit around the map to possibly just either go for first, but otherwise to spot where the opponents are. I still have the feeling they're gonna do that Flint Magnus Glacius up top lane, which is a really strong trident, and it has a lot of potential to both to kill and to be defensive. Because that Magnus can pretty much stop a good combo coming out from INFS. But we also see INFS having their Plague Rider, Myrmidon, Madman up the top lane, so definitely something where they have the advantage because they have the creeps on their side. But yeah, we'll see.
Shout out to Smock. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Shout out to Smock. So yeah, they do have the tri-lane up top. I can only assume that, as you said, this tri-lane will go meet tri-lane or tri-lane. And that leaves us with Polywog, who looks really weird in this new skin of his. Yeah, anyways, he will be up here against the mid of Wretched Hag. And that leaves us with Bubbles in the bottom lane against Defiler. What do you think of Defiler versus Bubbles?
Ooh, that's hard to tell. I mean, I think it's going to be very situational who's going to be able to dodge whose spells. But what I'm interesting to see is that Polywog in the middle, he got that double damage from the first rune. That's going to really leave him into a good position. He's going to get his chalice so early that's going to be very hard for Wretched Hag to get up with him.
Did you check out top? Counter warding the ward, blocking the jungle right off the bat. It's gone. It's done. There's no more ward. Good stuff coming out of INFS this early on. A little bit of damage now being traded between the Madman as well as Flint Beastwood. But as I said, it will be tri-lane, tri-lane. Right now, this could be very dangerous for Plague Rider. Look at where he is right now. He's just, well, actually, no, I don't think. I don't know. What's he going to do? Is he going to go in on this? I'm so undecided.
I'm quite sure the Plague Rider is just trying to harass that Glacius because he knows that Madman can finish off that Glacius if he gets low enough, especially with that long range from Myrmidon. I think I definitely think they got to be really careful here. Those Wahlin guys. That Trident has a lot of potential.
I like this path they've made it. The path right through that. Oh, the weed field coming in. Captain Boner going to be picking that up, but a quick revenge kill there on the Plague Rider. 1-1. But the first blood going to INFS, so they're coming out, guns a-blazing.
Indeed so. We see Myrmidon picking up the Bloodlust kill. Definitely would have been better on Madman, or at least that's my thought. But yeah, Myrmidon's gonna get a really good head start here with that first blood.
Well, with that first blood, that should just be like a free pair of boots, or the next set of wards free right off the bat. What is this courier doing? He's bringing down a bottle. Okay. I was going to say, if he bought like the extra wards, it could be a big advantage to Wretched Hag when she does try to go for those runes. I mean, big rune control needed in the mid. Now, in terms of rune control, Wretched Hag with the blink versus like the Polywog, Morph, and Tongue-Tied and all that, I don't know. I think I have to give the big advantage there in the mid, at least to Wretched Hag for now. Level 6 might be a different matter, but
I gotta say, I'm not quite sure if it was a good decision for Polywog to pick up the bottle. Basically, since I don't think he will be getting that many runes. I mean, Wretched Hag should be able to get every single rune if he really wants to. At least Polywog needs to. What he needs to do is that he needs to push the lane whenever it hits a 2-minute break. So so Wretched Hag has to sacrifice either experience if he wants the rune, otherwise Polywog can go get the rune alone.
well, let's just keep a quick eye here on the mid. Up top, again, I do like this laneway that they've created through these trees. Just it gives another big access point to this top lane, and that's also a big ganking point because you just go down there and around and back through the trees, could come right up behind the Flint Beastwood. And as we said, I mean, Flint, he doesn't have any kind of escape mechanisms. He's kind of squishy, and overall he just kind of dies when pressured, so to speak. But early on with his extra range, I mean, he has level 1 in the Deadeye, 2 in the explosive flare. So he's not quite going like that huge level range yet. But we'll have to see what he does for level 4, if it's going to be the headshot or if it's going to be the Deadeye.
Yeah, so I'm actually watching Madman here. He's actually picked up a Logger's Hatchet, which is obviously increasing base damage towards creeps a bit. But people say that Madman should only last it with his Stalk, otherwise he should just be able to last it without a Logger's Hatchet. How do you feel? Do you think Logger's Hatchet was a good pickup here?
I think that there's another reason for that Logger's Hatchet, and that's just to maintain this extra pathing. But with the stock, I mean, last hitting with the stock, I mean, that would kind of suggest then that you need early, both early health regeneration and then the early chalice. He does have that chalice, but he's also not using that Logger's Hatchet very much right now. Down goes a lot of the slows. Madman is not going to go down. He is stocked, but oh, so very close. He does able to take out Captain Flint, but he lost both his support in that exchange. Is the archer going to get him? No, 12 hit points, 12 hit points. He's trying so hard to live. He's going to get out of 12 hit points. He cut that sure close. Now, if he took that Logger's Hatchet and made it into, even a stat item, it wouldn't be nearly that close. But wow, that was quite something there.
That was just a really good stun refill combination from Myrmidon. Unfortunately, I think Madman and Plague Rider was a bit slow to catch up there. Otherwise, the fight may have been very cleaner for them. Unfortunately for them, they lost that fight, and Glacius picked up a double kill.
I always love carrying
already
Glacius.
getting the first tower.
Yeah, I was watching the wards here. He brought the Wretched Hag almost to her knees. I think it was like 50 hit points, less than 50 hit points. It's like an auto attack, and he would have died. But he got the tower, and right now Myrmidon coming down after that death, going to be putting the hurt on the Polywog, but just he doesn't seem to care. He just runs away. Only 400 damage in that combo.
Would you look at that? Wretched Hag picking up a haste rune, and he's actually got a bottle with it to go with it. That's sure gives some potential right there.
Would have been great potential if he come down south to the Defiler. I mean, Defiler right now is pushing Bubbles pretty hard, and now Wretched Hag, I mean, she's lost her tower.
And would you look at that? Defiler is actually seeming to be Does he seem to be ahead of the bottom lane? He has 28 kills and Bubbles has 25. I mean, Bubbles has more than Ice, but the fighter got more creep kills definitely just after that wave. And he hasn't made some very interesting item pickups. He's not going for bottle at least. He's going for 2 of health regeneration trinkets and the chalice.
Yeah, what does the... I mean, the trinkets restoration, fine, I understand the whole regeneration part, but what can those build into that's useful for a Defiler down the line?
Oh, that's going for Shaman Tetris. There can be no doubt. I mean, I really say that he's probably gonna go for Shaman Tetris against... oh, look at that. Top lane action there.
Oh!
Basically
Mr. Pink, did you see that? Oh! After the Glacius died, Mr. Pink, he went to use his lava surge to get out of that, and then he just walked right back up the cliff because he didn't quite make it. And throwing down the Ward of Revelation, easy cleanup kill on him. Oh, he has to feel terrible about that.
I gotta say, those are the mistakes which make a game go worse, and they already are.
So while all that was happening up top, Defiler down south with their Unholy Expulsion, Unholy Expulsion, doing a good number here on the tower. Not quite half damage it, but, you know, between a third and a half right now. Bubbles looks like he wants to go in for some revenge right now, and oh! No! The Wave of Death going on the creep wave, not going on Bubbles. This is toast for her. She goes down. Oh, that was just bad timing on that creep wave right there.
And also some action off the top lane. Magma's dropping down. Wretched Hag picking up the kill on the Flint Beastwood. And they're trying to chase the Glaciers, but will they be able to? Poliwag dropping his swords, trying to block the Wretched Hag. Also using his tongue tied. Wretched Hag dropping out of it. He's chasing Myrmidon now. Will Myrmidon go down? Looks as if. Oh yeah, he's going down. And the last damage right there, I can tell. But Myrmidon going out, and Poliwag's swords are just standing there doing nothing right now.
Well, he did kind of throw them down in front of the Glacius to try to keep him alive, and I think it worked. I think Glacius is still alive, right? I think he got out of that.
Yeah, Glacius didn't get killed. He TP'd quite nicely right there.
But the tongue tie went down on the Wretched Hag. I know, yeah, he wanted to kill the Wretched Hag, but the Weed Field, did that interrupt it, or did the tongue tie just run out?
Oh, look at that. Look at bottom lane. The fight is dropping very, very low, and back is interrupting with a stun and now picking up the kill on Bubbles. Really good pickup there. I really think, I don't judge me on this, but I think that the tongue tide ran out. And
yeah,
I think
it's
the
level 1.
Came after that.
It's 2.5 seconds. It's only level 1. That's the reason. So no, good call. Don't worry. You're good. It's all good. Now, Madman with that hatchet. I mean, fine. You want him to get extra attack against these creeps. Mingo is sitting at 19 creep kills at about 10 minutes in. So, I don't know. I don't think it's actually done him that much of a world of good here.
I mean, that little pass surely made some funny things there, but I actually think it made a bigger advantage to WAHL than it did to them. Basically because they have that AoE from both Glaciers. Oh, look at that bottom lane.
I think Defiler's using the Fog of War to her advantage. Not going to be enough, though, as Bubbles and the Myrmidon is going to be taking him down. Just, it's so hard to kill that Defiler, though. I mean, both Myrmidon and Bubbles got to the halfway mark on their hit points, and that's without a Wave of Death to help her out. So, I don't know. It's going to get only harder to kill Dowers, you know, from here on out.
I gotta say, I was really impressed by Dowers really working that lane early on, but that little kill from Bubbles there really made the tides turn. And really look at that, the pull, creeps and build pull that top lane, meaning that leaves the tower quite naked right now. I mean, it is potential for the Legion side to set up a push here, especially when they have Poliwags and with wards ready.
So I'm taking a look at Beastwood here. He has zero in the hollow point shells. So they are going more of an explosive flare Deadeye combination. And this is probably going back to the whole push concept, right? I mean, right now we do got Voodoo Wards
Exactly.
making a good dent here on the defense tower. Down south, I mean, Defiler with her Ghosts have been doing a good job on that tower. And at level 3, Flint Beastwood here is going to actually outrange towers. So I think it's all going to come back to that. Madman going to come in here with a barrel roll, and at the same time, Bubbles with the Plague Rider ultimate. That's going to be a big amount of damage right there. It does look like Bubbles, sorry, not Bubbles, Plague Rider and the Polywog Priest definitely going down, as well as Captain Flint, as well as Bubbles. So, and right now, oh, look at that ultimate from Glacier. Is going to be trying their hardest, and Magmus just trying to get out of that is, just looking ugly right now. Looking ugly.
Yeah, that's another one of those team fights where INFS came up on top. Just seemed like they just had the better team play right there. We saw 5 players helping out, whereas they had 1 player standing in the side, Wahlin that is, just pushing the tower. I mean, it's just like what we saw in the last game. We saw like Wretched Hag trying to push some towers, get some farm all by himself, whereas Bubbles, or which was in the last game, he would just be like, well, I can TP, I can help out my team.
Woo, a little bit of a revenge kill up top. Oh, hello, Defiler. Defiler has now come to the top lane as well, picking up a quick double tap there. That's going to leave this tower in not the best of defense, as we only have the Bubbles here. It does look like, though, that this is the target, so very push-heavy, eccentric kind of run here from Wahlin. So the Unholy Expulsion, does it even? Nope, 26 seconds on the cooldown. Flint is level 6, so only still the level 2 Deadeye, not quite out of the tower range. And where is Polywog during all this? He's actually on it, making his way up top as well. He still has his wards, so between the wards, the Flint, and the Unholy Expulsion might be enough, unless they die. We do have Bubbles throwing down his ultimate right here. It's good pickings for the Madman, but we do have Magmus going into the Steam Bath. He does find the the Plague Rider. Polywog throwing out the runes, and did he trap someone in there? Oh, he did! He trapped Madman in the wards! Oh, what a brilliant play on their part. So Madman and the Plague Rider, they're going down. Who else is up here? We do got Flint, but Flint, oh, I don't know. He's definitely toasted right now, trying to take out this Wretched Hag. She's a little tanky right now for some reason. And who else goes down? In fact, it is everyone. Everyone goes down from Team
Yeah, they
Wahlin.
just avoided the inside. Oh, no, they didn't. They just did manage to be dead when they killed the last person. That was genocide for Hellborn MB. I gotta say, I really thought that Legion was gonna come out on top of that. I mean, they had a really good initiate by killing both Plague Rider and Madman, even trapping both Madman and Plague Rider at the same time, which is very impressive.
Yeah, it's not often you get to see the perfect placement of wards on top of a hero and they can't do anything about it, but I gotta say, that was pretty good.
That was indeed pretty good, and I was like, wow, well, Madman can stalk, but he can never get out of those wards. So, yeah, well played by Polywog, but unfortunately they didn't come out on top of that team fight. In all honesty, I can really see how Bubbles and Wretched Hag being a level 11 right now is gonna change something.
Okay, Magmus, not too sure what happened there, but he went for an eruption and didn't get it. Either played his hand a little too early, or Plague Rider doesn't have a mini stun at all, does he? Is his ultimate a mini stun?
He does. His ultimate.
Mini stun's the first targeted hit, so he saved himself out of that. Oh, brilliant play. Didn't save his life, but brilliant play.
Wow, I gotta say, well now the fighter picked up level 11, which is pretty nice for her. If she can pick up that Shaman headdress soon enough, I think that's gonna be a huge asset for her. I think they need to. I think what Legion needs to do right now is that they need to like pick up 1 kill, maybe 2 kills, and then just push through. They have that power.
They hold the power. But right now, 17-13 in terms of INFS. Now, they have the extra kill advantage, but the gold advantage is pretty good here in Wahlin's favor. I mean, we got 3 towers down, as opposed to none for Team Wahlin. So, I mean, it's always an age-old debate, but what would you rather be ahead in, Freddy? Towers or kills?
Well, I gotta say, I'd rather be ahead in experience right now for Team INFS. They do seem like they're sitting quite nicely in it. Unfortunately, Madman is not really picking up that good farm, but I mean, as long as they don't get picked off like one at a time, I think INFS is pretty safe. I mean, they sure have a lot of pushing power on that Legion team, but INFS has a really good counter pushing in Wretched Hag and Plague Rider, not to mention Bubbles.
Yeah, pretty solid facts there. Down south, what just happened? Magmus taking out nobody. Okay, fine. It was Glacius that got taken out. We do find Bubbles down here all alone. His shell serve is up in another 2 seconds, but the silence going down. Is it going to be enough? Yeah, it's going to be enough. As he is now turtle soup, so to speak, for the Legion side here. Not too sure what he was doing all alone down there. Wasn't there a Myrmidon down there as well? Or was that just an illusion?
Yeah, I'm quite sure both Myrmidon and Bubbles were there. Myrmidon managed to charge in and TP away.
Pause coming out, and no pause, didn't need it. Okay, cool. So we are 17 and a half minutes into this game. 18-14 is the score. That's 32 kills in 17 minutes. So definitely early game a lot higher kill count than our last game. I mean, at the last game we were 8-7 for 8-7 in 15 minutes. So that was one to one or so. As another pause goes down. Cool.
Look at the middle lane, where the pauses go off. What's gonna happen here? We see Defiler blowing off his ultimate. We does see Defiler blowing off his silence on Myrmidon. Poliwag is gonna blow his swords as soon as he gets out of that weed field. So they can push the tower right after Plague Rider dies, if he dies, that is. We'll see if Poliwag gets his swords out in time. I mean, the hex is only 2 seconds more, so it's gonna be quite interesting what's gonna happen here. Wretched Hag is coming, and we see the Madman not having a TP ready, but is heading in that direction, I suppose.
We don't have a Lava Surge ready for Magmus, so that's going to be all the difference there on that Myrmidon. But they do pick up the Plague Rider, no problem. I think he had a queued Death Wave of Death right there. Out comes the defensive Glyph against both the Ghosts and the Wards. They're going to try their best to take out both aspects, but geez, that tower just it's been beaten down so very quickly. You can't really target these Ghosts. They just kind of attack everything that's around you. But overall, pretty decent push. 2 heroes and a half a tower for virtually nothing. So right now, as I said, I mean, right now, Wahlin, they have this tower advantage, but they don't have the experience advantage.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they have a tower in the middle on 50%, but I don't think Plague Rider is kill enough just to pick them to make a push go through. I think they need something solid like Wretched Hag or Bubbles, otherwise a push is not going to go through. And by the way, you can target Defiler's ultimate. Whatever your target is, but with your auto attacks, that will be the target of your ghosts.
So if you don't target anything to attack, though, they're just going to attack willy-nilly, right?
Yeah, exactly. If you're just running around, they will attack something randomly. That's what I think, at least. I'm quite sure about this.
So we are going to hit the 20-minute mark in fairly short order. What kind of items do we have going around? I'm just taking a quick look here at Madman up top. Chalice, Striders, or not, sorry, Striders, Steam Boots, and the Life Tube. So, well, the Life Tube is going to be one of two things, right? Actually, I think he's going to die. But one of two things. Either he's going to go for the Nullstone, that's a popular one. Fresh Pro from MSI kind of did that up as a good number. Or the Rune Dax. Now, admittedly, I don't really see Rune Dax on a Madman, so I'm thinking more Nullstone. What do you think?
I think it's gonna be Nullstone, although I'm not a fan of that picker right now, especially as they have so much we can proc that Nullstone. And yeah, I suppose, but I think Stronghead would have been a better pickup, especially because the silence is what's gonna rape him.
Well, I think it's also more for the mana regeneration. Just keep up constant stalking around this place. But out goes all the ultimates. Magma's not going to be trying his eruption. Not too sure he's very confident he can get that off. But the Contagion coming out. Is it Contagion anymore? Plague Rider? Plague Carrier. Okay, fine, whatever. They changed the name. 2 for 2 is the exchange overall, though. But those ghosts are doing good numbers here on everyone. Glacius goes down as well. Wretched Hag, she's going to be trying to run away. She doesn't have any mana. Oh, no, she does have mana. Sorry, wrong guy selected. Overall, though, Tower for 4 kills. Again, actually 5 kills. Genocided for that tower. Ugh, I don't know. It keeps going back and forth here, man.
Yeah, I gotta say, I mean, even though they did get the tower, they also got hit by that Plague ulti, and every single hero in that team fight was hit by the Plague ultimate. And by the way, it's the first spell called Cassation. So yeah, you learn something every day, it seems, and apparently something every minute right now.
For some reason, I could have sworn the ultimate was called Contagion. I don't know why.
It might have been, I'm not really sure, but anyway. Right now we see that Madman is getting some farm because he's getting all those assist goals. And also picking up a couple of kills there. I think he picked up a couple of kills the last team fight. Yeah, he got the serial killer for 315 gold, so that's pretty good. And he's now finishing his sustainer.
Well, yeah, Mingo there, Madman, he ended a serial spree. That's why he got the 315 gold.
Yeah, exactly, sorry. Might have phrased it wrong.
It's all good. But 23-18 now. Still a big experience lead here for INFS. But again, the big tower lead for Wahlin. So again, it's a trade-off. Right now, though, I don't think it's doing Wahlin any favor. Now, the pushing metagame, it's kind of like a previous metagame that we used to have. It used to be a very push-oriented game. Not so much anymore. So when you bring out pushing teams like this, it sometimes does go down this way. I mean, you can push all that right up to their base, but then I don't think you're ever going to crack it if the enemy, starts feeding off all your heroes a little too much.
Yeah, it's actually quite interesting what's going on right here, because all those pushing strats that they come up with, every single time they push a tower, they end up losing more than they actually gain from the tower. So you see there, when everyone got like 350 gold from that tower, they actually lost just as much because they died right after. So I don't know if that was a really good pickup.
Yeah, there's a very heated discussion about that in the forums, like, what's better? Kill yourself killing a tower, or leave the tower, let it get denied, and save your own skins? I mean, so, and there, yeah, as I said, people have their different views. Some people say yes, some people say no. But at this point, I don't think it's actually working out for Wahlin. With the big experience lead from INFS, and I mean, just look at these levels. Right now, 15 on Aston L, on the Wretched Hag, followed very closely by the Bubbles, 14, to the 12, 10, and 7, admittedly. But right now, I mean, we don't have comparable numbers coming out of Wahlin. 13, 12, 11, 11, 7. So, in fact, it's kind of interesting. We both have level 7 heroes on both teams, and wow, like 0-7 on one and then 4-6 on the other. Either way, I'm not too sure they're doing themselves any favors.
Well, you can put it this way. I mean, I gotta say, I don't really see Wahlin being in a position where they can actually turn this into late game favor. Basically because Flint Beastwood doesn't have that good a farm. I mean, he has picked up his Ice Brand and some Steam Boots, but that's basically it. His gold per minute is not really high enough to take him into a safe position in late game. Whereas Madman is going to be really devastating as soon as he gets his Nullstone Shrug and Head combination, if he does choose to get that, and especially with a Curse Shield from Plague Rider. That's just gonna be devastating for them. So I think Wahlin is in a position where they'd say, do we want to get this installation into late game, or should we just like try to get some towers down? I mean, right now they're in a position where that if they get a good kill, maybe in the Legion or in the Hellborn Forest, they can actually push through and get the melee racks. So I mean, maybe it was a good trade-off, because now they have the opening at the top lane at least. So yeah, I mean, interesting choice at least.
comes down to the whole concept of how well is your pushing doing. Is it good that you got all those lanes down, or is it not so good that you got all those lanes down? I'm not too sure who did this, but we got some triple stacked Ancients that right now Defiler is just tearing through with her Expulsion. Look at all the experience going down. It's also getting Glacius a good amount of, a good boost to him. He is level 8 after all. I mean, he is kind of the trailing behind hero at this point. He dies 6 deaths right now, but I mean, he's doing slightly better than who is it, Plague Rider, who's sitting at 92 gold a minute and has 7 deaths. So yeah, battle of the lobies.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think it's worth it for Glacius to take experience from a Defiler? I mean, Defiler really has some really good power in her level 16 ultimate.
Well, I mean, let's just take a quick look at his skills right now. He's level 4 Chilling Presence, and at the same time, level 1 Ice Imprisonment, 2 Tundra Blast. I would think that it would definitely be a little bit more beneficial to the team fights if he can get at least level 4 Tundra Blast by the next team fight. But that's just me.
Yeah, I can agree on that part. Although I also like Defiler Silence. Defiler Silence level 4 is also very decent.
Yeah, it's level 3 right now, but I mean, she is definitely a little bit more in tune with her experience. I mean, sitting at 315 gold a minute, 410 experience a minute, and just the abysmal numbers coming out of the Glacius. Admittedly, he doesn't need those big numbers to be super good at anything, but it helps. It helps. A little bit of harass going down from the Flint Beastwood. He, as you did say, he has that Ice Brand as well as an Iron Shield. And I don't know, so far not too impressed with the way Krylee's gone. 1-5-12. Usually you'd like to see, more kills and assists on a big DPS hero like this, but he has been, he's the assist master. 13 of the 18 kills he's been part of. 12 assists, 1 kill of his own, and it's kind of cramping his gold a minute, isn't it? Like 146 gold a minute, 149 gold a minute. No, I'm looking at the wrong one, sorry. 257 gold a minute. Never mind.
I mean, sure, I can only agree, because I really think that his gold per minute would be around 320 if... Oh, look at that, Madman is actually getting quite some damage right now. He's also side...
Yeah, Madman was the big initiator of that fight, but just look at the damage coming out here from Team INFS. Right now, Wretched Hag is in the middle of the Glacius ult as well as the Voodoo Wards, and that's going to be a 2-for-2 exchange. Defiler, she is really hoping her ghosts come back to her and might be able to pick off this Bubbles. She's trying so hard. Those ghosts, I think the ghosts are actually going to get him. Get him. Nope, not going to be enough. Pretty sure he's going to get out of this with... Oh! Aston L nearly... oh wait, Aston's on the right side. Yeah, the silence going down. That's going to be a death on the Defiler, and just 100 hit points on the Bubbles. And again, the team fight just does not seem to go in Wahlin's favor.
It does feel like the Wahlin is like... They're winning early in the team fight, but then they'll be like, we really want this kill, or we really want another tower here, or something like that, and every single time it goes wrong. I mean, it does feel like overextension is really what's weakening Wahlin right now. Did Wretched Hag have a regen rune? I feel like I saw him very low on HP.
I couldn't tell you, man. She does have a bottle. She also has that Nullstone. Could have just been a combination of the power supply, quick TP to town, and then backing out. Could have been a haste rune. Could have been regen rune. Might not have been any rune, and we just got caught up in the moment. But either way, I mean, coming back there, saving that Bubbles.
It was a buyback.
Oh yeah, she died, didn't she? Yeah, the Glacius ult as well as the Flint ult. Yeah. Oh man, she had enough gold for a buyback. That's a little scary.
It is a little scary, in all honesty. Especially now that Hellborn has both the gold and the experience lead. And they actually didn't kill us. Yeah, they killed one tower in the top lane, but that's basically it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was denied. Denied. Yep. No. Wait. Was it? I don't know.
either way,
Yeah,
it's
tower
really good
denies.
for
Yeah,
the
there's a
Hellborn
stat right here. Ugh.
to be in the lead now.
Yeah, I mean, right now, INFS, I mean, with enough team fights going their way, such as these ones going their way right now, I mean, that gold lead from all those towers is just going to be negated, and then just the experience lead is building up is just the bonus out of it. So, yeah, INFS, again, very in control of this game at this point.
It does seem like we're in the same position as last time. I mean, Magnus not having a portal key, not having portal key yet, and we see that they have to pick up a hero in order to push. I mean, it's the same as last time, to be honest.
Have we seen a Magnus ult actually go off this game? Not too sure we have.
Yeah. We've seen plenty. At least at that top lane when they push top, I'm quite sure the Magnus got a good ulti off there, but the Plague Rider ulti pretty much devastated all of them. So, yeah.
Big overextension down south. Flint Beastwood gonna get 2 ultimates into his face, and he's just gonna go down again. Not really perpetuating the whole, you know, we have all your towers idea if they keep dying like this, especially taking out a big important character like the Flint Beastwood. I mean, right now, again, 1-7-13. 1-7 is the big 2 important numbers there, but yeah, not doing so hot this game. Could be a ray of sunshine though. Myrmidon in the mid actually gets away, so not a ray of sunshine at all. Magnus actually is, nah, he's going to be okay as well. So, I don't know, some minor skirmishes going on. The defensive glyph down south is actually going to get popped, and Bubbles is going to actually try to do as much damage as he can, and he gets it. Portal keys into the corner, look at that, nice safe corner, and no gank for you.
No gank for you, and it does seem like it does seem like Hellborn is just sitting on them right now with that huge experience and gold advantage. I mean, it just feels like Wahlin is trying to prolong the inevitable and try to hope that INFS will make a mistake that can lead to a push from their side. They're playing very defensively right now.
That seems to be, kind of seems to be the overall vibe right now. Defense. I mean, every push has come out of Wahlin, and well, admittedly, every team fight then, because they keep pushing, has come out of Wahlin. They've always been walking to the enemy. Maybe now they've decided to switch it up. You know, it's just like, all right, we got all the towers that we wanted. Now we have to kind of catch back up in experience, and admittedly now gold, because they've lost that too. Could be a big switch up, but to be honest, that's kind of a boring option for us, isn't it?
Yeah, I gotta agree there. I mean, I'm really anxious to see some very good Magnus ultimates coming off now that he soon has his portal key.
Soon?
He's 150 away from it.
Oh, is he just gonna... Yeah, he's just gonna stay there. Yeah.
Nah, he just sold he's just sold his swords, so he could afford it earlier.
Well, while we wait for him to pick up that portal key, we do have Wretched Hag doing a little bit of reconnaissance in and around the place, looking for that rune, I suppose. But overall, both teams just sticking to their respective sides. 31 minutes in. Let's take a quick look around at everything. Wretched Hag, she has herself a Nullstone. Very normal pickup for her. Not too surprised at that. The Plague Rider is Plague Rider. He's, you know, support Lobby at this point. Bubbles with his own portal key. Ring of the Teacher and a Sustainer. I can only assume he's also going to be hitting up that Nullstone. It's also a very big pickup on him as well. Madman again, Nullstone. So, you know, very standard there as well. Myrmidon with the Gnome's Wisdom, so going a little bit more support oriented there. He has himself a Mighty Blade, so I have to wonder if a Shrunken Head is in his future sometime down the line here.
I think you hit all the item pickups right in the head. I mean, we also see Athanel having 4k gold just before. He just picked up his Blessed Orb, so yeah, I can only assume he's going for Frostful Skulls now.
As the two teams gather here in the mid, They're just going to be trading blows back and forth. The prize will be this mid-defensive tower for the Legion, and if we can get, these team fights have typically gone in INFS's favor. If they can keep that up, could be the start to the snowballing of their pushing strategy. Admittedly, it's a late game pushing strategy, but I mean, you got to win somehow, and I don't know. They've kind of backed off. Do you think they might do a Kongor? I think it's a little too early for a Kongor, though. What do you think?
I gotta say, I'm not really sure if a Congo is a good idea for INFS right now. If they do get picked off in a position like that, Wahlin can definitely try to do something in the middle lane or even the top lane, and they might actually be able to get the racks. So getting picked off for an entire genocide is something they don't want to do, and you really know that if you see INFS going for Congo, and we do get a good Magnus ulti up there, we do get good polywogs blocking the Congo cave and Defiler's silence and such. I mean, that's just devastating. I don't think they want to do that. I think they're quite sure that Congo is not a good option right now.
Yes, I will go with that. That sounds good. I kind of forgot about the wards. I mean, that is a fairly narrow choke. So getting one set of wards with the rest of the heroes in there just blocking them in is almost like digging your own grave. But yeah, I don't think they're actually going to do that either. Well, we went over the Hellborn. Let's go quickly over the Legion. Shrunken Head and a portal key with a glowstone on the Polywog Priest. I could assumed he was going for that Staff of the Master as a first pickup. Looks like he's diverged a little out of that with a portal key and a Shrunken Head. I can understand the portal key. It's almost like having a Pebbles just running around, because he just jumps on you, gets off the morph, puts down the wards, and then the tongue tie, and not really too much you can do about it. But we do have those no stones coming out, so that's actually going to be a big nullifying factor right there. Defiler with the plated greaves, sacrificial stone, the shaman's headdress that she did create, so good call on that one, Freddy. And I don't know, she has her Shrunken Head, she has her Shaman's Headdress, maybe a Barrier Idol, or her own Staff of, no, not Staff of the Master, sorry, or, I don't know, it could be anything at this point, a Heart, a Frostfield Plate, something very tanky, because she does and will snowball into a very tanky hero down the line. That looks good on Magmus. Portal Key finally on the Magmus. We do have Wretched Hag sitting down here, invisible behind enemy lines, but it does not look like the team is kind of mobilized to help her out. They are kind of converging now. We do have Plague Rider coming from the side, and this might actually be it. I do see Magmus getting off his ultimate, but he doesn't actually go anywhere with it. Wretched Hag jumps on him, kind of screws that entire thing up, and the Madman, he did go down, and Captain Boner, he's going to go down as well. A little bit of cleanup coming out of Wretched Hag, taking out the Glacius as well as the Defiler, and take cover from Bubbles. Great job avoiding damage out of the Magmus. You did have Myrmidon go down as well. As I said, the Plague Rider just not enough time to get there to that fight, and both teams again backing off for a 2-2 exchange.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. That's just the power of Polywog Priest. Did you see that? I mean, Madman just dropping down so fast because Polywog Priest could just sit on him with his Shrunken Head and with the tongue tied and the morph and such, and Madman couldn't even pop his stalk. So yeah, definitely, he was just getting raped right there. And with the Defiler ultimate and silence, there's just nothing Madman can do.
I thought it was a particularly good play there by the Wretched Hag. She just jumped right into the Magmus, saw him popping his ultimate, knew she couldn't stop it, but as soon as she hit him, that portal key cooldown started up again, and he couldn't jump into the fight. It was virtually a wasted ultimate. I thought that was really good play on her part.
Yeah, definitely some very good game analytics by Astanel. He's watching the situation. He's just checking out. Wow, can this Magnus do something? Well, I'll just stop him from doing that then.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, we don't want you to do that, so you won't. And that's what happened. Yeah. Well, okay, so 30-23, a 2-for-2 exchange. Madman and Plague Rider exchange for the Glacius and who was the other one went down? Flint?
Flint Beastwood, yeah.
I don't know. Who do you think came down on top of that?
No, sorry, it was Defiler. Glacius and Defiler, sorry.
So who do you think basically won the exchange?
That's really hard to say. I think it was kind of controversial because I mean, Glacius doesn't matter that much, but Defiler is like the core of Wahlin right now. I mean, the highest level, pretty much the best items. Nah, I suppose Polywog has more gold per minute, but I still say Defiler's items are very, very important right now. So he's soon going for Barrier Idol, it seems. So yeah.
Yeah, Barrier Idol would be a pretty decent team fight pickup. I mean, we do have a lot of magic damage coming out on the Hellborn between, what, Myrmidon, Stalking Madman, the Shell Surf, the Kelp Field, Plague Rider, and his ultimate, and then, you know, top that off with Wretched Hag. So, yeah, Barrier Idol could definitely be a huge pickup here for their, for Infused, no, not for Infused, for Wahlin. I don't think it'll be game-changing, but at least it might prolong the fights a little bit.
Wow, would you look at that Madman trying to solo Congar?
Oh, well.
He does manage to get the token. No
Mission
one
succeeded.
noticed that.
Yeah. Well, he was able to stalk in, I'll assume. And we don't have any wards of... Yeah, we have one ward of Revelation there, and then one there. But those aren't ward of sights, so... Wow, that was sneaky. I didn't even see him doing it.
Yeah, I was actually... There was one point where I was wondering if he was actually able to do it. But then he popped his ultimate, and it worked out fine.
I did see a good string of crits coming out, though, and 28% chance to crit. Definitely treated him very well there. So again, both teams just hanging back, chilling out. I mean, if Wahlin can't win this fight, or this game, they're knocked out of, well, the quarterfinals, and with $3,000 on the line, I don't think anybody wants to do that. So they're really taking their time. They really want to get this game, and you know, so does Infused. Right now, though, Infused, I mean, 16,000 experience, almost 6,000 gold. It's a hard obstacle to get over.
It really is, but as said, as just before, it all comes down to like that one game-changing team fight. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, Madman has token now, so it's gonna be hard for them to win a team fight.
Oh, well, speaking of the team fight, yeah, there we go. That was what we wanted to see. Magmus jumping all the way over there, and now the Voodoo Ward's coming out. That's going to clean up the Myrmidon, and maybe even the Wretched Hag. She is definitely going to go down as well. Madman with the token. I don't know. I think he'll be fine because it does not look that bad at all. But Magmus, he really wants this Bubbles. No, finds the Madman instead. Madman's just going to stalk now. Has to use those ghosts for the defensive tower. The defensive tower goes down. The barrel roll was just too mistimed there from that Madman. And I don't know. That looks to be it. I don't think we had any deaths here coming out of Wahlin.
And Magmus unfortunately misses his stun, but they're still trying to get Madman. He's being silenced. Magmus also getting changed by Bubbles. He's gonna go down. Is he? Magmus is just sitting there right now. He gets off fine, and so does Madman.
I see what you mean about the whole invis thing, though, with that steam bath. Good stuff.
Really good stuff. That's what makes Magmus, along with his nasty stun, with like no cooldown whatsoever.
So, 31-25 came to, I think, a 3-for-1 exchange overall in the whole scope of that. Madman kind of didn't really take that much damage, but he also wasn't a huge factor in that fight either. So I don't know. He might be all this farmed. He might have the token. I don't think he did that really that much in that fight. But I don't know. Did he? Did he have any eyes on anything he did there other than mostly just running away?
I think Madman spent most of his time running away right after a hack got picked off quite easily. I mean, I don't think Madman has enough. He doesn't have enough damage potential just yet to solo something on his own. I mean, either right now he either needs to go for a Shrunken Head or a Savage Mace. That would be my calls, because basically Shrunken Head is gonna give him that space to nuke all he wants. but right now he's just getting picked off by Polywog Priest all the time. He's being CC'd, and with Flint's Flare and with Magnus Stun, Defiler's Silence, and and Polywog's little holes. So I mean, I kind of want to say he needs more damage, but on the other hand, he also needs that Shrunken Head to neglect all the CC.
I don't think we're anywhere near a Shrunken Head, or if he's even interested in a Shrunken Head. But I don't know. Right now, all he has.
There's a Shrunken Head on the courier. Look at the courier.
Oh man, oh man. Showing me up, are you, Freddy? I get it. I get it. So yeah, Shrunken Head and a Null Stone. This could be very huge right now for Infused. Next team fight, he can just jump in there with no qualms at all, because he has even a token to go with it. So, oh, this could be very dangerous coming up. Or not.
I gotta say, I don't know if it's I'm very anxious to see the next team fight.
Yeah, that's kind of, I'm just holding my breath right now. Bated breath. We got double damage now on Flint Beastwood, who has his own Shrunken Head, as well as that Blessed Orb going, or sorry, the Frostburn. He also has the Blessed Orb. Kind of tells me he wants, what do you think he wants first, the Frostwolf or the Geometers? Likely it's the Geometers.
Yeah, very likely it's the Geometers. I'm gonna say that as well. Especially with that, yeah, I'm gonna say the Geometers.
Oh, who gets...
Because it also T-spells.
Oh, who's getting caught down here? It is Wretched Hag, Aston L, and... Yep, that tongue-tied is a nasty thing.
It definitely is. And he is probably able to buy back, and it does seem like Hellborn is gonna get the middle tower, so...
2100 gold sitting on Aston L. I don't think he's actually going to buy back, though. If he was, he would have done it already and been on his way down, because I don't think they want to push. I don't think Infused really wants to take the time to push right now.
Now I'm quite sure Aston is just sitting here saying, hey, I kind of want to save this gold, but if you do want to push, I can buy back. So yeah. Even though they got Wretched Hag, I don't know if it's worth it since they did lose its mid tower, so... Even though it does seem like Wahlin made a really good pickup there, I have to say, I don't think it was that good.
Taking out the enemy, highest level gigantic killing machine is not good.
It definitely is, but INFS also got the middle tower. Which is like, what is it, 1500 gold in total?
Yeah, about 1500, 300 a person, yeah.
And they're taking down, let's say, about 700 gold from Wretched Hag, also gaining 300 themselves. Neglecting Wretched Hag from like 1.5 minutes from gold farm, so yeah, I suppose it's quite equal, in all honesty.
Well, here we go. We do got Bubbles coming down south for the defense, but unfortunately he met nobody. As we did have Wahlin kind of back off right there. They're going to just farm up the jungle a little bit. And again, like they know that they're behind in the experience. They have to know they're behind in gold by now. But I mean, a little bit of jungle here and there, a few creep waves. It's not going to be nearly enough. 10,000 experience difference, still firmly in the lead of Infused, and we do have a 5 push coming in. We have all 5 heroes down here, and I think there was a creep wave there, but I don't know. All I saw was money signs. So right now, I mean, they're coming down in full force, and Wahlin knows it. The calm before the storm. Alright, here we go. Here we go. No. Come on. Somebody do something here. Madman is in tower range, so they know he's there. They got a little bit of a look at his items. We still have a minute 30 left on this token, so this has to be a push, or they're going to make use of it. Otherwise, Kongor is just going to come back here, respawn, take it away. It would be terrible if he did it mid-fight. Like, if you knew that you went into the fight with that token, and then all of a sudden you didn't. that could be potentially devastating. So we got about, what, 90 seconds here? 80 seconds here? We have to have something going down.
Yeah, Madman is just baiting, really. He just wants them to go on him. He doesn't care if he dies or not.
Now we do have a ward up here. The ward of sight does see Aston L, and right now we do have Madman. He is going to go in, he is going to force this team fight, but out comes everything. I think we saw a Frostfield Plate coming out of there, and just look at all the damage going on here. Glacia's ult, the Voodoo Jester ult, or Voodoo Ward's ult. We do have, of course, Unholy Expulsion, and Myrmidon getting out by the skin of his teeth, but somebody just died. It was that Defiler, and wow, 24 hit points on that Magmus. Madman, he used his token. He's going to be trying to take out this Flint Beastwood. I don't know. It's not looking very good for him at all. The Nullstone just went off. It does look like they are going to get that kill. He's going to stalk right out of that. So, what? 3 for 1 exchange after all was said and done. Looks pretty good for INFS right now.
Yeah, and Madman got his token blown off, but who cares? There's half a minute left, so yeah.
It was now or never. That's what it was. It was now or never.
It was definitely now or never.
And now, I mean
Magnus did a really good play there. Did you notice that? I mean, Richard Hack was going after Magnus, and at the last auto attack, Magnus actually used his little lava surge in order to neglect it and stun Richard Hack, and then hereby killing her. So pretty impressive play by Magnus as well.
I did see Magmus was able to take out the Wretched Hag, and now I was going to say with Defiler and Flint both down, it's a good chance to go get that Congar. I'm not too sure that was the best idea from Magmus, but it will prevent the Congar kill from going down, and likely that's going to be worth his death right there. Oh, Polywog, what are you doing up here? He's actually not going to do anything. Stab the Master finally on the Polywog with that Shrunken Head. We are now backed up by Defiler. She pops the magic immunity, the magic resist, and she has the one with the Frostfield Plate. I'm not too sure though. Yeah, we're gonna have only one death go down on that Bubbles, but again, they kept the Congar alive, and now Congar half health. These ghosts actually now hit him, so I'm gonna say Defiler picking up a token. And potentially Madman. Oh, wait, what?
Polywog has the token. Polywog has the token.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
You can't tell me
blanking out the token, and then he picked up a Logos Hatchet instead of the token. So, yeah.
Oh man, gotta feel pretty gypped at that. And just look at the power going down right now. A Holy Expulsion is done, but the Polywog Priest, whoa, Madman, he bought back and now just destroying that Polywog Priest. He's going to come back up, though, and this Madman, he has to be very careful. Very careful. He doesn't have enough gold to come back out of that twice. Wretched Hag's going to be trying her best here. Glacius is going to be the casualty right now. Frostfield Plate doing such a great number right now. But look at that Weedfield setting up the kill for Madman very nicely. Polywog needs to go down, and he does go down as well. And now Defiler, overextension, I think is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, exactly. We've talked about that so many times this WAHL. I mean, it's such a shame they keep on doing it, because they were just likely to do something here, but they didn't see the Madman buyback, and they overextended, and they ended up losing everything they just got. I mean, they lost the token, they lost they lost 4 kills. Madman came out on top, got a lot of gold from that. Now going to get his Slayer for the Savage Maze. I mean, that's just not good. I so feel for Wahlin right now. So sad about that.
Well, the only surviving member of Wahlin there was Magmus. Because he was the only one not up at the front.
And he wasn't even surviving. He was just not there.
That's the only reason that he's claimed as a survivor, because he wasn't there. But yeah, big push now coming down the gut here of Wahlin. I mean, this defensive tower, they only got 2 defenders up for it. They still got 9 seconds left till at least Krylee's up, and that's going to be the Flint Beastwood. Flint has his Geometer's Bane as well as a Shrunken Head, but I don't think he's actually going to be able to stand up against all 5, or at least the 3 here in the mid. So down goes the tower. Does look like bottom tower is now on the line. Wretched Hag has herself her Frostwolf Skull, so that's a big pickup for her. Nice tanky pickup too. A lot of good hit points coming out of that. And just it looked like we had a Homecoming Stone. The defense is assembling. It does look like Infused does not want to press the issue right now.
Yeah, I really say that it's gonna be very, very hard to kill Wretched Hag right now. With nearly 3k HP and 18 armor. With the Curse Shield, that's gonna be add up to like 33 armor, is that it? Nah, it's plus 12 armor, so it's gonna be 29 armor. It's gonna be so hard to kill Wretched Hag.
That is, pretty sure that is her aim at this point. Not dying is always a good aim in all the games that at least I play. But a Coldra's Sheepstick now on Bubbles. That's going to just be another disable to throw into the pot here. And it's also, I mean, he has a lot of mana regeneration right now. 200% from the Nullstone and another 200% from the Coldra's. It's almost like never-ending mana.
Exactly, and now we can see Astonel actually picking up a Coldra as well. So yeah.
Oh, wow, good stuff. So 2 Sheepsticks now for Infused. That's a lot of disable right now. Probably going to be putting that on the Defiler as well as the Polywog. So morph the morpher, so to speak. And I don't know. Some blows being traded back and forth. The Unholy Expulsion is out and about, and we're not going to have Bubbles jump into that at all. No, we are going to have Bubbles jump into that. Out goes the Kelp Field, and out goes the Voodoo Wars. The Unholy Expulsion they know is not up there, but did you see that Magma's ult actually did not bloody hit anybody? And we do have the Blade Rider. He goes down, but he did get his ultimate off as well. Just so much damage going out, and I don't think that Wahlin is going to come out ahead of this one, as they are on big retreat right now. The only person alive is Glacius, weirdly untouched Glacius, and I think he was stuck in the trees. Do you see what happened there?
Yeah, I think he juked him pretty well. Just standing in the trees, not really being able to do much. I think he just blew some Novas from behind, but yeah, pretty much anything he can do, and now Wahlin is going to get the second tower at the bottom.
Well, I don't know, they might even be able to push in for the defense tower. Sorry, the mid defense tower. But no, that was Glacius. I saw a hero coming down. Wasn't sure who it was.
Ah, yeah, right. And Bubbles and Wretched Hag is just gonna take down the tower themselves. There's just 2 ranged carries right now, it seems. Plenty of damage.
We still got a nice 20 seconds until anyone comes back up. It does not look like the team wants to push, though. I mean, they keep winning these team fights. 26,000 experience, 18,000 gold. They seem content to just let everything push.
Can really see that I would bet my arm that if Wahlin had been in a situation where this hadn't been the Game Replays invitational tournament, they would probably have conceded by now, because this game is gonna be really hard for them now that Hellborn has picked up 2 Sheepsticks. Let's hope they don't pick up any another one. Wouldn't they be disqualified for that?
Yeah, they would. You're only allowed the 2. Who would you pick it up on anyways? We're kind of out of int heroes. Okay, Myrmidon, I suppose, but he's nowhere near that kind of support character right now. In fact, Myrmidon has a barbed armor and an Axe of the Malphite.
Yeah, he's probably going for the heart, Behemoth Heart. Is that what it's called? Behemoth Heart?
It's either that or a...
Yeah, Behemoth Heart.
Well, the only other thing that Axe of the Malphite is used in would be Symbol of Rage, but I don't think he's going to go that.
That would be very surprising.
Yeah, Abyssal Skull, that's one thing. Symbol of Rage, that's another. And speaking of another thing, look at Bubbles. The Sheepstick, and Aston L taking the kill. What a jerk. Bubbles Bubbles, I mean, yeah, just showing off the power right now. The difference between him and the rest of the team. Like right now, we have 3 level 25s on INFS, and we don't even have a single 25 here on Wahlin, and that's kind of showing now. I mean, 23,000 experience difference, and poor little Glacius, he's only 16. He's a minor.
He definitely is. And look at that, they're pushing bottom, and it does seem like Wahlin is just, I mean, trying to prepare for this final battle.
Yeah, missing a Glacius, probably not the end of the world at this point. He'll be up in 20 seconds anyways, but some good harass going down on top of Myrmidon. That's gonna, I mean, this defense tower is slowly going down, but at the same time, whoa, there we go, all the ultimates coming out with the Frostfield play. They are gonna catch that. Bubbles in the tongue tie, and he's gonna go down. Aston L, same kind of idea, the money shot coming out, not gonna be enough. Wow, he got out of the skin of his teeth, didn't he? And that's just, wow, that was actually a really surprisingly effective defense. Only taking out one hero, but they saved the lane.
Yeah, anything just went wrong there, because basically Plague Rider used his ultimate on Flint Beast with Solutions, which didn't really hit anything. And Madman wasn't able to get in and do anything in that team fight either. Basically, Reginald got caught off in the wrong position, so he almost died there. Which was, if he died there, that would have been, yeah, that could have been pretty interesting. And Bubbles just got raped as well from a bad position, so yeah, good team fight for WAHL.
They are trying to desperately, stay on to this as, last game, game number 2. If they lose this, they are out, and that $3,000 prize pool will no longer be eligible for them. So yeah, a good amount of pressure going down right now. Now, as we were talking about the experience just before that team fight, was at 23,000, but killing off Bubbles just by itself was nearly 6,000 experience difference. That's a good amount of experience coming out of just one hero death.
Indeed so. I mean, and look at that Polywog Priest. He actually picked up a Cauldra. That's 3 CCs from a single hero. It's just amazing. Amazing indeed.
That is a lot of CCs. Who can beat that? Panda could beat that, I suppose, but doesn't quite have the same flavor, I don't think. So we have been seeing this.
Which I can compare.
Yeah, but I meant like who could beat that? Like who could do more?
Huge pick on Wretched Hag. Let's see what happens here.
She's gonna die. Oh, and now Bubbles might actually be joining her. We do have the Plague Carrier ultimate going around as well. Myrmidon trying to help from afar. What is Infused doing? Oh no, this is gonna be a 3rd kill for them. As well, okay, not Myrmidon, but Madman. Madman goes down. Whew. Big pickup for them right there.
Yeah, Madman is able to buy back, so is Richard Hack, so yeah, but really, what is going on right now? Last team fight we didn't see Madman do anything. This team fight we didn't see him do anything either, but dying. What is he doing? Dio over the Mingo.
As I said right now, I mean, Infused, they've had at least 3 chances that they could have easily pushed into the base here and done some major damage, but instead they always just back off. It's been that way this entire game for some silly reason. So there are the buybacks right now, and out goes the Shrunken Head. We are going to take out that Polywog Priest before he can do any harm, but look at the barbed armor going down on the Defiler right now. So this is what we're talking about. Polywog going down, the Flint going down, and even trapping this Defiler. She is not going to be getting out of this whatsoever, and all they had to do was lose Bubbles for it. That's what I'm talking about for the team fight here for Infused. This seems definitely a little bit more up to their caliber that they've been using here, and I don't know. Okay, no, he is going to come out of that. Okay, so genocide right there. Now, if they don't push again, I'm going to be a very sad panda.
Well, maybe they just want to make the game interesting. We see Madman now going for Congo instead of pushing or anything. So yeah, I mean, again we see Wahlin doing something where they went in without Shrunken Heads, without Polywog's ultimate, without Defiler's ultimate. I don't know, what's your thoughts here? Have we seen this before? Have we seen this before? They're going and
We've been
they
seeing
just bought
this
back and they ended up being on top?
We've been seeing this like for the last this game and last game. I mean, they get off a good position and then they just overextend. They get off a good position, they don't overextend. And now on the flip side here, Infused get off a genocide and they don't push. And then get off another genocide and they don't push. Oh man.
I gotta say, I don't know how to comment this. And now Rich Tag is picking up bananas, Batman is picking up a token. I don't know. What's your thoughts here? Is the game lost for Wahlin?
Well, if Wahlin has shown they can catch Infused out of position, get a great positioning on them, and then these guys really want to win, so they're going to be pushing nonstop. If as soon as they get an advantage, they're going to push. The only thing keeping them back from that is buybacks. That's definitely hurting their chances a little bit. So if they can get off 2 or 3 positions where we just take out the main enemies and they kind of stream in one by one, kind of like what they're doing right now to Plague Rider. I mean, they just find him, they focus him, and then they go on to the next one. They do this enough times, there's not going to be any more buybacks, and without buybacks, it means that we can finally push into the base and start wrecking some damage here. So I think they could do it.
With his iron body, going on Bubbles. Bubbles is going to get out. But yeah, come again.
I think they could win this. Get off enough important kills that there's no more buyback money. Win the game. Push it in, win. As opposed to kind of what Infused is doing, which is just genocide the team and then wait for them to respawn.
Yeah, well, both Richard Hack and Madman actually could have fought a buyback, but right now Richard Hack picked up a Shrunken Head now. So maybe that's gonna save her in some teamfights, but the CC chain is basically what has been killing her all the time. I don't know if Shrunken Head's gonna do much. At least not if she gets into that CC chain once again.
Well, it comes down to focus fire from both teams. If you can focus down, that a big important element, it might start sliding in your favor. And I don't know, 64 minutes into this game now, and we've seen virtually no pushing coming out of Infused. I mean, we've taken out all the tier towers, and we've tried one assault here on the bottom gates, which was admittedly repelled, which is why I do think that Wahlin, if they get off just enough of a good focus fire onto those important heroes, they might have a good chance to, take out a Rax here or something.
Look at that Madman now sitting at 5k gold. Is he gonna go for the Symbol of Rage, or is he just gonna wait for what's it called? Buybacks. Oh, it actually does seem like he's going for a Symbol of Rage. So right now I'd say this is Wallin's chance here. No goal for buybacks. If they win this team fight, they will maybe push through and win the game. But they just made some huge item pickups. I mean, Shrunken Head on Hack and Symbol of Rage on Madman. What's gonna happen now?
What indeed. Now, we do have that Axe of Malphite on the courier, but Madman is actually not going to hold it until that token is run out. Now, we do have 6 minutes on this token. I don't think they're going to wait that long. I'm pretty sure this will be the last assault on the pearly gates of the Legion. And, I don't know, as you said, big pickups just went down. Maybe now is the time that we can finally get off, that perfect combination, and we're going to see an amazing team fight. Oh, wow, I just looked at Bubbles. Bubbles has himself both the Coldras and a Hellflower. Oh, that's dangerous.
Indeed it is. They offer 20k gold. Naturally, they will have some way better items than the Legion side. It's only the fighter who can actually follow up on the gold per minute, and even she cannot. And Polywork Priest maybe, but not really not really decisive items, to be honest.
Oh, there we go. Bubbles jumping right into there with the Wretched Hag. Out goes the Voodoo Wards though, and I don't see Unholy Expulsion. I really don't see it, but a lot of focus damage now going down. Smackdown going down on the Defiler, who buys back instantly. And we do got Bubbles. He's probably going to be trying to take out this Glacius. Out goes the Myrmidon. Is it going to be enough? No, he gets auto attack down, and just Oh, Plague Rider in retreat. Wretched Hig in retreat. We do have Madman. He's actually getting focused here. Not going to be enough, though. He's going to run the other way. And just, they can't assault these gates. Why not? Why not?
I'll tell you why not. Astonel missed his ultimate on the Wretched Hag. Plague Rider didn't get that good ultimate off either, I suppose. And we just saw that Defiler made a buyback, which was very decisive as well. They spent so much time duking down Defiler, with her barbed armor taking so much damage from that, and then she just bought back. Look at Magnus.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking at. So 2 quick support pickups here. Madman and Haig cleaning them out. Double tap for Aston L. But I don't know. That's just way too after the fact here. Are they actually going to go for the shot right now? Are they going to go for that tower? I don't know. We got four heroes right now. Infused in is, you know, they're grouping up. Where are they going? They're going straight down south to this Flint Beastwood. And yes, Flint Beastwood. Down goes the Cultures. Down goes the barrel roll. Madman going to be coming in here. Bubbles with the portal key. Oh man, Flint just does not want to die. But look at that crit. 500 crit was really enough there. I guess Magma's bought back. He must be rolling in money these days. He has himself a portal key as well. And just damage. Look at this Defiler. Defiler almost going to be taking out this Madman, but the Coldra is coming out. That's going to be a Polywog Priest kill right there. And now, I don't know, this might be it. Oh, Magmus, he's going down as well. That's finally the Genocide. And now, maybe now
I don't see
they're
anything.
going to push.
you could pretty much expect that, can't you? I mean, at least let's hope so. But would you look at that? Wretched Hag still sitting with a lot of gold. So is Puddles. So is Madman. They can buy back, even if all of them die. So yeah, I can't see anyway. I don't want to be pessimistic, but there's no way that WAHL is gonna turn this now.
I like how this Plague Rider, 150 hit points, just sticking around, you know, hanging out.
Using ultimate on creeps.
Why not? It's up every 60 seconds.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, 2 lanes of barracks is down. We still got another 10 seconds till Flint is up, and likely by the time we get all 5 heroes up and running, that's just going to be the end of the Legion. So, oh, they're going to actually intercept the Glacius. I thought they intercepted the Beastwood, but not quite. Beastwood going to try his best here. And his best, unfortunately, is going to be a solo effort, and it's not going to be enough. Right now, I will have to say, though, INFS looks to be going on to the semifinals.
It does seem as if.
So, what do you call this stage of the game?
I suppose the kind of gay stage where desperate measures are taken into consideration. I think it's the kind of the stage where you'd expect, or really not expect, but just cross your fingers for some miracle to happen, like 2 players timing out or something similar.
Ooh. Look at the wards.
Look at all those wards. Look at the wards. Wow. I think Plague Rider's having fun right now. What we could hope for is that maybe one of the heroes on Hellborn would make another CC item and they would be disqualified. I suppose that's the only way we can settle this. And Bubbles actually picked up a Harkon's blade, so yeah.
Oh man, Bubbles with a Harkon's blade? That just sounds fed. Oh, speaking of Fed, look at all the damage going down here in the mid. Bubbles does use his take cover. He's not going to be Portal King out of that one as well. But we do have Myrmidon with his barbed armor is going to get a kill there. But he will go down 3 for 1 right there, as we do have Flint. He's going to try to get out of time. No, not going to be enough. That's another 4. Oh, there we go. Legion calling to concede after another, well, near genocide. And that will be that. 72 minutes. Oh, wow. Longest game I've been in a while there, Freddy. And welcome to the world of casting, by the way. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I don't know if I fit in here, but definitely thank you very much. It was certainly a nice experience, and I'll definitely look forward to experiencing it again. That is, if I ever get your chance. So yeah, definitely a pleasure casting with you. And some really good games here. Very interesting games, and kind of one-sided, but also with some kind of funny side turnings.
Yeah, there was a lot of chances for Wahlin there to turn it around, because Infused just refused to push right up to there to the end. But good game, well played to both teams, and it does look like Infused going on to the semifinals of the TS3 here from GameReplays.org. $3,000 prize pool on the line. So likely big suspects will be, MSI will likely be moving on, as well as whoever wins versus EG and SK, and that leaves us with the competitors of XFin and Duskbin. So big names coming down the line, folks, and if you like what you see here, join us next time for the semifinals. They will be next Sunday, and Freddy, we will hope to see you there. So I'm the Four Court Jester here at GameReplays.org. Thank you for watching. Thank you again, Freddy, for coming by, and we will say good night here to Malphas's gigantic father.